Hello, my name is Senor Howard from SenorHoward.com, and Tuesday's tips for teaching in the target language, or for staying in the target language. And here's a blog post. This video is for a blog post on using gestures to help students find meaning when you're staying in the target language. Here's a list of some of the common gestures that I use and some examples of me doing those gestures. Since this blog is followed by not just language teachers that teach the language that I teach, I present all of my content in English. So when you see the English words or you hear me speak in English, just picture me speaking the language that you're teaching, the target language that you are speaking with your students. Okay, let's start out with hello, hello, hello. How are you? A gesture for how are you. How are you? How are you? Gesture for good in response to how are you. Someone asks me how I am, I would say good. Good. Good for student affirmation. If I'm affirming a student, I would say good. Good. If I'm lining my class outside the door, they're walking down the hallway and I want to say stop here, I'll look at the student in the front of the line with a big smile and say stop here. Stop here. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. You'll notice during these gestures I have a big smile on my face, and it's not because I'm trying to be cheesy. I have a smile plastered to my face when I'm teaching my students because the target language that I speak to them is very unfamiliar to them, and unfamiliar language is a little bit unsettling to someone. So I always make sure I have a smile plastered to my face, because or else the overwhelming language, and then if I'm speaking directly to a student, will make them just feel like they want to shut down or give up or what's he saying. So I keep everything nice and light as possible with a big smile on my face. Be quiet. Be quiet. Okay, one moment. This will be a gesture for any of these sentences. One moment. Hold on a second. I'll get to your question in a second. I will go like this. One moment. Hold on a second. I'll get to your question. Hold on. Okay, the pencil. Let me find one real quick. If I want to talk about an object, I could be talking about anything: scissors, paper, crayons. But here's what I would say the pencil, the pencil, the pencil. If I wanted to make the sentence longer, this is a pencil, I would say this is a pencil. This is a pencil. This is a big pencil. How would I say that? This is a big pencil. This is a big pencil. If this is a small pencil, I would say this is a small pencil. This is a small pencil. Sit down here. So if there's some students sitting in the chairs, then I want them to sit on the floor. I might say, sit down here. Sit down here. Or if I want them to sit in a particular chair, I might pull the chair out and say, sit down here. sit down here. If I want to tell the students to sit down in a moment where they need to be calmed down, maybe because they're excited or jumping out of their seat for something, I would say, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. You'll notice that I repeat it 3 or 4 times. If you gesture and say something in the target language only one time, the chances of them finding meaning will be smaller. So I repeat is maybe 4 times, just to make sure that they have the best chance possible for finding meaning with the gesture that I'm using. Okay, if the students are seated and I want them to line up, I would say, line up, line up, line up. If they're out of order, like scattered around the room, and I need to make them make a line, I would just say, line up, line up, as if I'm gathering the ones that aren't in line into my arm that's the straight line. Line up, or line up, line up. I want to tell a student to come here, and say, come here, come here, come here. When a student is oppositional and I need them to come here, I would say, what's my gesture for that? Raise my eyebrows. Come here, come here, come here. When a student is reluctant and I want them to come here, I would say, just like nod my head like a little compassionate brow. Come here, come here, come here. If I want to say, it's okay, when a student feels there's been an incident of injustice, that maybe they didn't get a turn, or maybe someone went out of turn, or maybe someone wasn't doing the right thing and they feel that there was injustice, and I want to say, it's okay, it's okay. I would say, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Sometimes I'll hold up one finger in the middle of it's okay, as if to imply like, I'll take care of it. Just hold on, I'll take care of it. It's okay, it's okay. I want Michael to pass out papers. You get a stack of papers here. Okay, I'll say, Michael, pass out the papers. I'll say, Michael, connecting Michael to the papers. Pass out the papers. If I want to say, Michael, collect the papers, I'll say, Michael, collect the papers. If I don't have them in my hand, I'll still hold them up because they're used to seeing me say an object by holding it up like that. Collect the papers. If I want the class to know that it's important for me in this moment for them to be quiet, I'll say, class. I'll say, class, it's important to be quiet. Class, it's important to be quiet. If I want them to know that it's important to pay attention, I'll say, class, it's important to pay attention. Class, it's important to pay attention. If I want them to listen to me, when sometimes I'll want them to listen to something that I'm saying, and they're used to repeating a lot of things that I say after me. If I just want them to listen and not repeat, and I need to say, class, listen, I'll say, class, listen, listen, listen. If I want to say, raise your hand, I do a 2-part gesture. I say, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. And I usually repeat it like that 3 or 4 times. If everyone's too eager and I don't want to take any questions at that moment, and I want to say put your hand down, I'll say put your hands down, put your hands down, put your hands down, put your hands down, put your hands down. And I repeat it like that like 5 times. If I want them to wait, if they want to participate or something, I'm too eager, I'll just say wait, 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 wait. When I want students to sit nicely, I might say a student's name and I'll say, Michael, sit nicely. Michael, sit nicely. Rebecca, sit nicely. Sorry that my contraction didn't show up on the screen correctly. If I want to say, Michael, don't talk, I'll say, Michael, don't talk. Michael, don't talk. You'll see that I'm using the don't with my head and the talk with my hand. Michael, don't talk. If I'm asking Michael if he's talking too much, he's a little in trouble, I'll say, Michael, are you talking? Michael, are you talking? If I want to say, I don't know if I have this one here, but if Michael's talking to Rebecca, I might say, Michael, are you talking to Rebecca? Are you talking to Rebecca? Who's not here for attendance? That one's going to be a little trickier to show you because I use Class Dojo, so there's a little attendance button up on the screen and I push it and I say, who's not here? And I show the class list. Who's not here? If someone is telling me that everyone's here, I'll have them repeat after me. Everyone is here. Everyone is here. We already did a Michael sit here. Michael, stand up and turn off the lights. Whenever I have to turn off the lights for a video or close the door, I always have a student do it so that they get it. I don't do those things. It's helpful for them to learn the language, and I just make them do it and tell them to do it in the target language. So I'll say, Michael, stand up. If he doesn't stand up, I repeat it. Michael, stand up. And then I point to the lights, where the lights are over here in my room, and I say, turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. I want Michael to close the door. I say, Michael, stand up. Michael, stand up and close the door. Close the door. I love using food to get kids to want to talk. So if I want to tell, obviously these are pretty easy ones, but if I'm peeling a banana or having a cupcake or something, put it in my mouth, and then I'll say, delicious. I might take some more and say, delicious, or it's yummy, or it's good. And then while I'm chewing, a lot of times I'll make eye contact with the student and say, a little smile, say, you want some? You want some? And then if they're shaking their head yes, like they want some, I do this motion, I say, I want some, I want some, I want some, I want some. Or if they don't want it, I say, I don't want some, I don't want some. Okay? So, some gestures. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for visiting Tuesday's Tips for Staying in the Target Language.